Have you ever felt an invisible force holding you back from achieving your dreams? A barrier so intangible yet so powerful that no matter how hard you try, you seem to remain stuck in the same place, watching as opportunities pass you by and your deepest desires remain unfulfilled. This feeling of helplessness, of being trapped in circumstances beyond your control, isn't just your imagination. It's a reality experienced by millions around the world who sense there must be something more to life, but can't seem to break through to claim it. What if I told you that there exists a sequence of words so transformative, so filled with ancient wisdom and universal truth, that simply speaking them with genuine conviction could begin to shatter these invisible chains? Not through magic or supernatural intervention, but through accessing the dormant power that has always existed within you, a power that modern science is only beginning to understand. This hidden prayer, guarded closely throughout centuries by those who understood its potential, has been deliberately kept from the masses who might use it to transform their reality and break free from systems of limitation and control. Throughout history, there have been individuals who seem to possess an almost supernatural ability to manifest their desires, overcome insurmountable odds, and create extraordinary lives despite humble beginnings or devastating setbacks. From spiritual leaders to scientific innovators, from artists who changed culture to entrepreneurs who built empires, these rare individuals didn't have access to resources or opportunities beyond what was available to others. What set them apart was their understanding of a fundamental truth about human consciousness and its relationship to our material reality, the very truth encoded in the prayer you're about to discover. The journey we're about to embark on isn't just about learning words to recite. It's about understanding the science and wisdom behind them, about reconnecting with a power that has been your birthright all along. As you continue reading, prepare yourself for a profound shift in perspective that will challenge everything you've been taught about your limitations and capabilities. The barriers you've accepted as permanent fixtures in your life are about to be revealed for what they truly are: illusions maintained only by your belief in them. Are you ready to see beyond these illusions? Are you prepared to reclaim the power that has always been yours? Then let us begin. Your mind is not simply an observer of reality. It is an active creator of the reality you experience. This isn't New Age philosophy. It's supported by cutting-edge research in quantum physics, neuroscience, and psychology. Scientists have discovered that the observer effect, the fact that particles behave differently when observed, suggests a fundamental connection between consciousness and physical reality that we're only beginning to understand. Your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations don't just influence how you perceive the world, they actually help shape the world you perceive. Think about the last time you were absolutely convinced something would go wrong, and then watched as events unfolded exactly as you feared. Or remember when you were filled with confidence and optimism, and suddenly opportunities seemed to appear from nowhere. Most people dismiss these experiences as coincidence or selective perception. But what if they're glimpses of a deeper truth about your relationship with reality? What if the limitations you've accepted about your abilities, your worthiness, your future possibilities aren't facts about the world, but projections from your mind that the world faithfully reflects back to you? Your subconscious mind, which accounts for approximately 95% of your mental activity, operates like a sophisticated computer running programs installed throughout your life, many of them during childhood before you had the critical faculties to evaluate them. These programs, beliefs about who you are, what you deserve, what's possible for someone like you, run automatically in the background, filtering your perceptions, guiding your decisions, and ultimately creating your experience of reality without your conscious awareness. The prayer you're about to learn works directly with this subconscious operating system, interrupting harmful programs and installing new ones aligned with abundance, possibility, and fulfillment. Most approaches to personal transformation focus exclusively on conscious efforts, setting goals, creating plans, using willpower, while ignoring the subconscious patterns that silently sabotage these efforts. This explains why so many people find themselves taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back, repeatedly approaching success only to watch it slip away through self-sabotage or bad luck. The hidden prayer works differently, addressing both levels simultaneously, providing conscious direction while rewiring subconscious programming through the powerful combination of specific language patterns, emotional activation, and consistent repetition. This dual approach is what makes it so uniquely effective at creating lasting change. The prayer I'm about to share with you has been called forbidden, not because it contains anything harmful or dangerous, but because its power to liberate. Human consciousness has made it threatening to those who benefit from mass limitation and dependency. Throughout history, systems of control have recognized that their power depends on people accepting artificial boundaries and doubting their own capabilities. A prayer that awakens people to their inherent creative power and divine connection has always been revolutionary, which is why its deepest truths have often been concealed within metaphor, symbol, and coded language, accessible only to dedicated seekers. Here now is the hidden prayer in its pure form. Words that, when spoken with understanding and genuine feeling, begin a process of transformation that ripples through every aspect of your existence. I stand in the perfect center of divine abundance, recognizing that I am both the creator and the creation. I release all limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears that have kept me separated from my highest good. The universe responds to my thoughts and intentions with perfect precision, and I now choose thoughts of limitless prosperity, vibrant health, and profound fulfillment. I am grateful for the abundance flowing to me now, seen and unseen, manifested and still forming. I accept with joy all blessings arriving in divine timing, and I trust the perfect unfolding of my highest destiny. Every cell of my being vibrates in harmony with success and well-being. I am worthy, I am powerful, I am blessed beyond measure, and so it is. This prayer works through multiple mechanisms simultaneously. First, it interrupts self-defeating thought patterns by asserting a new relationship with universal abundance. Second, it activates the reticular activating system in your brain, the filter that determines what opportunities and resources you notice in your environment. Third, it generates powerful emotional states that change your biochemistry, affecting everything from your stress hormones to your immune function. Finally, it establishes new neural pathways through repetition, literally rewiring your brain to support rather than sabotage your desires and intentions. However, simply reciting these words mechanically will yield limited results. The true power emerges when you speak them with complete presence, emotional conviction, and unwavering faith in their truth. Many people find it helpful to place one hand over their heart while speaking, maintaining deep, rhythmic breathing and visualizing white or golden light surrounding them. Speak slowly, savoring each word, feeling its resonance throughout your body. For maximum effect, recite this prayer at dawn and dusk, transition times when the barrier between conscious and subconscious is naturally thinner, and immediately upon waking, when your mind is most receptive to new programming. Are you ready to transform your reality? This knowledge is too valuable to keep. Also, comment, "I deserve abundance," to activate the energetic code that empowers your manifestation. Modern neuroscience has revealed that your brain is remarkably plastic, capable of forming new neural connections and pathways throughout your entire life. This neuroplasticity means that no matter how deeply ingrained your limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging habits may be, they can be rewired through consistent practice and focused attention. When you repeat the hidden prayer with emotional intensity and visualization, you're not just engaging in a spiritual ritual, you're actively restructuring the physical architecture of your brain to support new patterns of thought, emotion, and behavior. Research in psychoneuroimmunology, the study of how your thoughts and emotions affect your physical health, has demonstrated that positive affirmations combined with visualization techniques can measurably improve immune function, reduce stress hormones, and promote healing. The words in the hidden prayer were specifically chosen to trigger the release of beneficial neurochemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, creating a state of what scientists call upward spirals. Positive feedback loops were improved. Emotional states lead to better physical health, which in turn supports even more positive emotions. This mind-body synergy accelerates the manifestation process by aligning all your systems: mental, emotional, physical, and energetic. Quantum physics has demolished the traditional boundary between observer and observed, suggesting that consciousness itself is fundamental to the structure of reality. Experiments like the double-slit experiment reveal that particles exist as probability waves until observed, at which point they collapse into definite states. While scientists debate the implications, many theoretical physicists have proposed that consciousness itself may be the underlying field from which material reality emerges. The hidden prayer works with this understanding, positioning you not as a passive recipient of circumstances, but as an active participant in creating reality through the focus of your conscious awareness. Epigenetics, the study of how your environment and behaviors can cause changes that affect the way your genes work, has shown that gene expression can be altered through mental and emotional states. Studies of meditation practitioners reveal measurable changes in gene expression after just 8 weeks of regular practice, particularly in genes related to inflammation, stress response, and cellular aging. The hidden prayer, when practiced consistently, creates a mental and emotional environment that positively influences genetic expression, supporting physical regeneration and optimal functioning at the cellular level. This explains why many who adopt this practice report not just improved circumstances, but also enhanced energy, vitality, and even apparent aging reversal. Your life experience has been shaped by countless messages about your limitations. What you can achieve, what you deserve, what's realistic for someone like you. These messages came from well-meaning parents, teachers, friends, and a culture designed to produce compliant consumers rather than empowered creators. You absorbed these limitations before you had the critical thinking skills to evaluate them, incorporating them into your identity so completely that they now feel like immutable facts rather than adopted beliefs. The first step in transformation is recognizing that these limitations exist only in your mind. They are stories you've been told and have agreed to believe, not boundaries in the external world. Consider for a moment how many of your perceived limitations are actually self-imposed. Do you avoid certain opportunities because you know you're not qualified? Do you hold back from expressing yourself because you know you'll be rejected? Do you settle for less than you desire because you know that's all that's available to you? These knowings aren't facts. They're predictions based on past experiences, many of which occurred when you had far fewer resources and skills than you have now. The hidden prayer begins to dissolve these artificial constraints by introducing contradiction to your limiting beliefs, creating cognitive dissonance that your mind resolves by adopting new, more empowering perspectives. The most insidious limitation is the belief that you are separate from the source of abundance, that blessings, opportunities, and resources exist outside you and must be pursued, competed for, or earned through struggle. This separation is an illusion created by a fragmented perception of reality. In truth, you are an integral part of the universe, not just connected to the source of all abundance, but an expression of that source itself. The hidden prayer reestablishes this fundamental connection, reminding your subconscious mind of your true nature and rightful heritage. As this awareness deepens, you naturally stop struggling against the current of life and begin flowing with it, experiencing synchronicity and effortless manifestation as your natural state. Breaking free requires courage, not just to believe in greater possibilities, but to let go of familiar limitations that, while constraining, also provided a sense of security and identity. Many people unconsciously resist abundance because they fear the responsibility that comes with greater resources and opportunities, or worry about outgrowing relationships with those who remain limitation-focused. The hidden prayer addresses these unconscious resistances creating a gradual yet profound shift in your self-concept that allows you to embrace expansion without fear. As you continue the practice, you'll notice resistance diminishing and possibilities expanding in ways your previous self could never have imagined. Emotions are not just feelings. They are energetic states that broadcast specific frequencies into the quantum field, attracting experiences that match their vibration. This is why two people can repeat the exact same affirmations or prayers with dramatically different results. One speaks the words mechanically while maintaining an inner state of doubt or anxiety, while the other embodies the feeling of what they're affirming, and only the latter experiences significant change. The hidden prayer must be approached, not just as words to recite, but as a state to embody, a frequency to maintain, a reality to inhabit even before external circumstances reflect it. The emotional key that unlocks the power of the hidden prayer is genuine gratitude, not just for what you currently have, but for what you've asked for, as if it's already received. This gratitude in advance creates a powerful magnetic attraction that accelerates manifestation. When you feel profound thankfulness for the abundance, health, relationships, and opportunities you've requested, experiencing the emotions they would generate as if they're already present in your life, you create a resonance that the universe naturally responds to. Neuroscience confirms that your brain cannot distinguish between an actual experience and one that's vividly imagined with emotional intensity, producing the same neurochemical responses either way. Fear, doubt, and worry create resistance that blocks the natural flow of abundance, like putting your foot on the brake while also pressing the accelerator. Many spiritual seekers experience frustration because they consciously affirm what they want, while subconsciously emanating the frequency of its opposite through persistent anxiety or disbelief. The hidden prayer works to harmonize these conflicting signals, aligning your conscious intentions with your subconscious expectations. As you repeat the prayer consistently, focusing on the feeling of your desires fulfilled, you'll notice your emotional baseline shifting. Worry diminishes, confidence increases, and a sense of peaceful certainty emerges. Maintaining elevated emotional states isn't about denying reality or suppressing authentic feelings. It's about choosing which aspects of reality you give your attention and energy to. When challenges arise, acknowledge them without dwelling in the emotions they trigger. Return quickly to the state of gratitude, confidence, and connection expressed in the hidden prayer. With practice, this becomes not a forced effort, but your natural response pattern. You'll discover that emotions aren't simply reactions to external events. They're choices you make that determine which potential experiences can manifest in your reality. This emotional mastery is the hidden superpower of those who seem lucky or blessed, regardless of external circumstances. One of the greatest obstacles to manifestation is attachment to both specific outcomes and timing. When we rigidly insist that our desires must arrive in exactly the form we've imagined and according to our preferred schedule, we create resistance that actually slows their manifestation. The universe often has pathways to your highest good that your limited perspective cannot envision, blessings beyond what you've imagined possible. The hidden prayer addresses this through the phrase, "I accept with joy all blessings arriving in divine timing," inviting you to trust in perfect unfolding rather than forcing a particular timeline or outcome. True surrender is not passive resignation, but active trust, a recognition that while you are a powerful co-creator with the universe, you don't have to control every detail of the manifestation process. This surrender paradoxically increases your creative power by removing the limitations your conscious mind would place on how your desires can materialize. When you release attachment to the how and when, focusing instead on the essence of what you're calling forth, you open countless channels through which abundance can flow to you. Miracles often arrive through unexpected sources and surprising synchronicities that your logical mind could never have planned. Many spiritual teachings emphasize the importance of detachment from outcomes, but few explain the neurological basis for this wisdom. When you're fixated on specific results, your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information from your environment, becomes narrowly focused, potentially missing valuable opportunities that don't match your preconceived notions. The hidden prayer trains your mind to remain open and receptive, attuned to possibilities rather than fixated on particulars. This expanded awareness allows you to recognize and receive blessings that might otherwise have passed unnoticed. The concept of divine timing acknowledges that manifestation occurs in accordance with universal rhythms and natural unfoldment. Just as a farmer cannot force a seed to become a tree overnight, some desires require a gestation period, a time of below-the-surface development before visible results emerge. During this apparent waiting period, the hidden prayer keeps you aligned with the frequency of your desires, preventing the doubt and impatience that often sabotage manifestations just before they materialize. Faithful persistence during this phase, maintaining emotional resonance with your desired outcome, is what distinguishes those who successfully manifest from those who give up prematurely. Gratitude is not merely a positive emotion or a polite response to receiving something. It is a transformative force that literally alters your brain chemistry, your energy field, and your relationship with the universe. Neuroscience has shown that consistent gratitude practice increases activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, the area associated with learning and decision-making, while reducing activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This shift from fear-based to love-based thinking is essential for manifestation, as fear consciousness attracts what you don't want, while love consciousness attracts what you do want. The hidden prayer incorporates gratitude as a central element, not as an afterthought. By expressing thankfulness for abundance flowing to me now, seen and unseen, manifested and still forming, you acknowledge both what has already appeared in physical form and what exists in the quantum field as potential awaiting your recognition. This dual appreciation creates a powerful completion circuit that accelerates manifestation. Most people make the mistake of waiting to feel grateful until after their desires have materialized, not realizing that gratitude is the very catalyst that brings those desires into physical reality. Practicing gratitude in advance, feeling sincerely thankful for blessings still in energetic form, requires a profound shift in perception. It means training yourself to see beyond the limitations of linear time and physical appearance into the realm of causal energy where all creation begins. When you can genuinely feel grateful for the perfect job, ideal relationship, or abundant financial resources before they've manifested physically, you've mastered one of the most powerful manifestation techniques available. This is not pretending or engaging in magical thinking. It's aligning your consciousness with how reality actually operates at its fundamental level. The most transformative aspect of gratitude is its ability to shift your focus from lack to abundance. When you consistently practice thankfulness, you begin to notice how much you already have, how many blessings already fill your life. This awareness creates a psychological and energetic foundation of sufficiency rather than scarcity, which paradoxically allows more abundance to flow into your experience. The hidden prayer leverages this principle by guiding you to feel grateful, not just for specific desires, but for the infinite abundance of the universe itself, of which your particular manifestations are simply individual expressions. The transformation you seek will not come from reciting the hidden prayer once in a moment of inspiration, then returning to your habitual thoughts and emotional patterns. Real change requires consistent practice, reprogramming your subconscious mind through repetition until new neural pathways become so well established that they operate automatically. This process mirrors how your limiting beliefs were originally installed, through consistent reinforcement over time until they became your default programming. The difference is that you're now consciously choosing the programs rather than passively absorbing them from your environment. Neuroscientific research on habit formation suggests that it takes approximately 66 days of consistent practice for new neural pathways to become automatic. During this critical period, you must be particularly vigilant about maintaining your Practice even when external circumstances don't yet reflect your desired changes. This is when most people abandon their efforts, not realizing they're often just days or weeks away from a breakthrough. The hidden prayer should become as fundamental to your daily routine as brushing your teeth, a non-negotiable practice performed regardless of mood or motivation, ideally at the same times each day to establish a strong neurological rhythm. The concept of the compound effect teaches us that small actions, repeated consistently over time, eventually create exponential results. Just as daily investments grow through the power of compound interest, your daily practice of the hidden prayer creates compounding spiritual, mental, emotional, and eventually physical returns. The changes may seem subtle at first, perhaps just a shift in your emotional baseline or new insights and inspirations, but these apparently minor shifts are actually the foundation for the larger transformations you seek. Trust the process and continue your practice even when progress seems imperceptible, knowing that manifestation often follows a non-linear path. Many people sabotage their efforts by constantly checking for results, which actually broadcasts doubt into the manifestation process. Instead of anxiously monitoring for evidence of change, approach your practice with what Zen Buddhists call beginner's mind, performing it each time as if it were the first time, with full presence and without attachment to outcomes. This attitude of fresh engagement prevents your practice from becoming mechanical or rote. Remember that the hidden prayer is not just a means to an end, but a daily reconnection with your true nature and source, valuable in itself, regardless of external results, though those results will inevitably follow consistent practice. As you continue working with the hidden prayer, you'll notice a profound shift in your relationship with abundance. Rather than seeing it as something to acquire or achieve, you'll recognize abundance as your natural state, your birthright and true identity. This realization transforms how you move through the world. You'll no longer approach life from a position of lack or need, desperately seeking to fill a perceived emptiness. Instead, you'll operate from a consciousness of fullness, allowing your already complete self to express and experience its inherent abundance in ever-expanding ways. This shift in identity creates a corresponding shift in behavior. You'll find yourself naturally making different choices aligned with abundance rather than scarcity. You'll invest in yourself more readily, recognizing the value of your growth and well-being. You'll share more generously, understanding that giving circulates energy and expands prosperity rather than depleting it. You'll pursue opportunities with confidence, knowing you are worthy of success. You'll set boundaries more effectively, honoring your time and energy as precious resources. These behavioral changes aren't forced through willpower, but emerge organically from your transformed sense of self. The ultimate goal of the hidden prayer is not just to manifest specific desires, but to elevate your entire consciousness to a level where manifestation becomes effortless. At this level, you don't need to constantly articulate what you want. Your very presence becomes a prayer, your being itself a declaration of abundance that the universe naturally responds to. This is the state described by mystics throughout the ages, a return to your original nature, free from the distortions of lack consciousness and limitation thinking. While continuing your daily practice, you'll increasingly find yourself living the prayer rather than merely reciting it. As you become the embodiment of abundance, you naturally inspire others to recognize and claim their own divine heritage. Without preaching or proselytizing, your transformed presence serves as a living demonstration of what's possible, awakening the remembrance of abundance in everyone you encounter. This ripple effect extends your personal transformation into a contribution to collective consciousness, elevating humanity, one interaction at a time. The hidden prayer thus fulfills its highest purpose, not just changing your individual circumstances, but participating in the evolution of human awareness from separation and scarcity to oneness and infinite abundance. Begin today. Speak the words. Feel their truth, become their meaning. The universe is waiting to respond.